First of all, let me just take a moment out. You think he ain't talked to Kobe about going to the Lakers?
Oh, man. Come on.
Man, come on. Right?
Kobe has some influence there.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile,
he's working out
you
with
think,
him for a reason all of a sudden.
Listen, sir, talk about it. But let's talk about your story that you now have up on the Undefeated. Yeah. You think that the Lakers should trade the pick and go after Paul George. Some would say you're loony for that, so explain why.
Well, yeah, Lonzo Nation is certainly upset that I would talk about this. But the thing is, if you want Paul George, I think you need to do it now. Getting the number 2 pick in the draft certainly makes a guy like Paul George available. And from what I'm hearing, he'd certainly love to be here. But if you wait, if you don't use this pick to get him, and, there's a lot of Lakers fans who are getting cocky with this pick who think, oh, it's a certainty that Paul George would sign in 2018. I kind of beg to differ because, one, the money that the Pacers could offer. Two, what if LeBron James in 2018 says, hey, why don't you join the super team? Or Popovich says, come to San Antonio. Don't you want to win a championship? It's going to be a rebuilding situation with the Lakers. So if you want to roll the dice and let him go out there and do his due diligence in free agency and hope that he joins forces with Lonzo Ball, I understand the gamble, but I think you'd risk the ability to lose him. If you could get him now, he's certainly somebody that could change the franchise.
All right, 2 things to what you just said. They're not necessarily cocky. It's just this idea of being greedy. Like, we want it all. Like, literally. If we could have
That's
Paul
LA.
George and Lonzo Ball, yeah, we want it all. But I agree with you. Why not? A part of me agrees with you. Why not go after him now if the financial incentive is not going to hold him back? However, what are people around the league saying? What kind of addition would Paul George be for the Lakers? What would it do for the team?
Well, one, when you guys have your All-Star game next year, you'd actually have a representative, right?
Okay, is that necessary? Is that really necessary?
I'm sorry, I forgot you're a Lakers fan. But this is a franchise that's had Magic, that's had Kobe, Shaq, Jerry West, Wilt. You guys are used to having stars. You guys don't rebuild. You don't wait. This is unfamiliar territory for the Lakers. So not only do you bring a star in now, but in free agency in 2018, if he's already on your roster, perhaps Russell Westbrook or perhaps DeMarcus Cousins thinks about going to the Lakers a little bit more rather than in 2018 being like, well, I think Paul's thinking about going there, but he's doing his due diligence. I ain't going to wait on him. I'm going to just re-sign with OKC. If Paul is already in place, I think it makes it more attractive for a marquee free agent to join the Lakers immediately.
Okay, so I have this question. Where's the upside? Is there more upside with Lonzo Ball, or is the upside really, truly with Paul George?
I mean, I think Lonzo Ball is going to be good, but there's other GMs in the league that don't think he is the number 2 pick in the draft. I think the Lakers have an infatuation with him that is different for other teams. There's people that prefer Fox at the point guard position. There's people that prefer Josh Jackson if they had the number 2 pick. I think this is just special to the Los Angeles market, to the Lakers. Right. They got a love affair for him, but if Phoenix or, Sacramento or somebody else had the number 2 pick, like people assume that, say, the Lakers did this with Indiana, that Lonzo Ball would be going to the Pacers. I'd actually be surprised if the Pacers selected him.
Well, that's fair. There is some infatuation here in the city. I appreciate you saying that. Meanwhile, let's talk about the Lakers, the number 2 pick in the draft. They also have D'Angelo Russell, who they took number 2 overall in 2015. Your chances, or what are you hearing about him being dealt?
Well, I think Paul George would like playing with him. He's a point guard, right? You already got one. The one thing that D'Angelo Russell does is he opens up the floor. He's a very good passer. He's also a great shooter. Perhaps he needs to be more pass first. But if you have him playing alongside Paul George, I think they complement each other very, very well. Paul George's leadership could also help the kids' growth. But, D'Angelo Russell's starting to turn the corner to me as a really, really good player in this league. I actually thought the Lakers had a point guard already. And if those 2 guys are together, I think they could be great for a long time.